happy to go everyone supported Sounds Academy.
What's up? I am trying to make a video without Matt, which means using his really nice camera and Googling how to do everything. You gotta share your spotlight, lady. Thank you. What's up? Welcome to the party. It's just me today. I've been working on this video all day. It'll be a miracle if I can get it up today. Well, hello. And I thought I'd give an update on what the heck we're doing with this van and fill you in on the last couple of weeks. We bought a 2013 Mercedes Sprinter. It's a 144, which means it fits in a normal parking space, which is cool. And the van was an out-of-state purchase that we bought sight unseen, which is kind of crazy. So Matt actually went and picked it up this weekend in Fort Lauderdale. So he flew out on Friday and is driving it out, and he's probably just a little beyond El Paso right now. Should be getting in tonight at like 11 p.m. Hopefully he gets in sometime before midnight. But we bought it a few weeks ago, had some trouble with a shipping broker getting it out here. So in the meantime, we've made our initial purchases, and so our front room is a storage room now for all of phase one of our van build project. So we'll give you a tour today of what that all looks like, and right now I'll just give a short explanation of how we made our plan and what you can expect next. And then at the end of the video, I pre-recorded me pop quizzing myself on all the tools that we bought, and it went okay. It was not bad. It's not bad. I'll be a pro by the end of this whole build project though. So what we did was we made a full list when this was just an idea. We made like a full list of all the parts and what it would cost, because we weren't sure at what point we were going to be able to pull the trigger on this. We've just been keeping an eye on used vans, trying to find one in a good price point with low mileage. Ours has 45,000 miles plus whatever the 2,000 something that Matt drove over the weekend, which is really cool. So we mapped out all of the parts to get an idea of what our budget was going to be. There's definitely a ton of like big purchases that are not necessary from the get-go. So there's a few things that we'll probably put on hold initially, but for this first round, it's really building the foundation. It's essentially a tiny home that we're making, so you've got to get the foundation right. So it's just a lot of expenses up front to get everything that you need to build that foundation. So we listed all of the products that we were going to need, and then just kind of tried to slot them month by month to get an idea of the budget. It's a lot up front, and then it smooths out over time, which is great. So this first phase that we'll film in the next week or so, and hopefully upload another video next weekend, is going to be installing the solar panels, cutting into the side of the van to install the windows. We're adding 2 porthole windows in the back to add some airflow and a little bit more light in the back, and then a large passenger side window as well. And I'm kind of terrified. In all the van build videos that we've watched, that's like the hardest part. I'm scared. Anyway, we have those. We have all the solar. We have a max air fan. I'll give you that tour in a second, and that'll go on top. And so it's really, step one will be clean everything out in the van, and then we will start on the wiring, which I know nothing about. I am not an electrical engineer. Luckily, shout out to Andy Rule, Matt's brother is coming down, so that'll be a fun project for them. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So that'll happen, and then we'll probably hire someone to spray from the inside of it for insulation. A question I have, if anyone happens to know anyone who does insulation in the valley, we've been doing some research, and there's actually a soy-based insulation spray foam that you can do. There are less chemicals and VOCs in it, which was attractive to us. I have no idea how much more expensive it is. My only guess is that it is more expensive. So we're hoping that that is just a little bit more of a health conscious option. It's a small space, we'll be spending a lot of time in it, so we're trying to be conscientious about the types of chemicals that we can use. Sometimes I truly think it's unavoidable. We also don't have an unlimited budget, so there's always that. But we're really excited. So stay tuned for a second. I'll give you a quick video. And last but not least, I just wanted to make a quick mention. We're super grateful. The state of the world is really crazy right now, and it feels a little bit weird to be taking on this project. We don't really have a platform. This is just us starting our YouTube channel, but regardless, I think every single person can make such a big difference, and there's so much to be educated on for myself, for Matt, in terms of the way that sustainability and environmental policies disproportionately impact people of color, indigenous people, and native communities. So we just want to be more holistic in our view of our cause and our passion for sustainability, and trying to be more minimal and just live a life that we feel really good about. But we want to make sure that that life that we're working towards is inclusive of everybody. And so I think it's just, I guess, igniting our passion even more. It's challenging to know that there's so much work to be done, but we're really, really hopeful, and hopefully we can keep sharing some resources organically as they come up and we're more aware of things. So there's a few things that I'll link in the description box if you want to check them out. We've spent so much time listening to podcasts and audiobooks. Matt crushed an entire audiobook yesterday, so I'll link which one he listened to in the description box below. But obviously, while we're outside building the van, we'll have plenty of time to listen to more audiobooks, podcasts, continue to get educated, and then figure out tactical things that we can do, because we really don't want this to be a trend. This has to be conscious and at the forefront of our minds for forever in order to make an impact. It's not just going to be like a one and done solution. So thanks for watching and tuning in. That's what we've been up to lately, and let's check out what's going on in this living room, and then stay tuned for that stupid toolbox pop quiz. I know, bud. Been working on this video all day. What about you? What do you think? Selfie mode is really hard when you don't have a self-view camera, so I'm also not a photographer, so I'm just hoping this is in focus. I have recorded so many versions of this and had so many memory card issues, so this video is going to be a real triumph today. Let's go take a look at the unofficial van supply storage room, aka the front room of our house. All right, this is it. It is full of boxes, and we're just waiting on the van, so let's see what we've got. I truthfully don't really know what's in here. It looks like there's some brackets, some wiring, there's some pamphlets from the solar panels. If you look here, there's actually 3 solar panels that are going to go on top of the van. I have no idea what this is. This little baby is our passenger side window. It'll allow us to pop open a window in the back, add a ton of light. And then we also ordered 2 porthole windows, which you can see here. We actually ordered the wrong size. We want short and narrow ones. So we'll be returning those this week before we try to install them in the van. But they'll add a ton of airflow. It'll be super great. And then here we have the puppy pee solution, because the puppy tried to pee on this little guy here, which happens to be our swivel seat base for the passenger side seat. And then in here we have, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust the, oh, here we go. Bam. Here we have the truck bed. Oh, I can't get this in focus. The truck bed pro-grade Rust-Oleum. This will spray the whole bottom of the van to prevent it from rusting. And then we've got, you know, frog tape. This guy here is the Max Air fan that will go on top of the van. And then up here we have some more. I think this is butyl tape. Don't ask me what butyl tape is. I forget off the top of my head. Wiring for the electrical, AC and DC. And that'll be a fun project for Matt and Andy. This little guy here is a vacuum. We'll have to plug it in and run a long extension cord out back. All right, we're gonna try this again because Mel's luck today is something else. So what we have is 3 boxes of sound deadening pads, so that way we can place them on the inside of the van before we put in the insulation, so that way it's just a little bit quieter while driving. And then there you can see the giant DeWalt toolkit that we invested in. We could have rented them. You can always rent them from like Home Depot, although we're not crazy about supporting Home Depot at the moment. We just thought that we would get a ton of use out of them, so it was worth the investment, and we got a killer deal on Memorial Day weekend. And then here is the little toolbox bag, rather, and we have the, hang on one second. We have the Zamp solar controller. This way we know how much power we're pulling from the panels on top of the van. And then we have a bunch of stuff for electrical that Matt will do. Then we got Craig that allows you to drill in at an angle. And then just a bunch of goods, clamps, levels, all the basic tools, hammers, whatever. And that's it. Now we just need the van. Hi, sweets. Hey, let's do a little pop quiz on Mel's knowledge of power tools. Also, yeah, I did cut my hair. I donated like 8 or 10 inches to Locks of Love yesterday. Thanks for noticing. Step 1. Open the box. Scare the shit out of your chihuahua. Step 2. Don't look at the labels and see how far you can get. So, this one's easy. We got a circular saw. We have, oh, I know what this one is. Angle grinder. I always get it confused between an angle grinder and an angle sander. They're so similar to me, so it's all just semantics. This is some sort of saw. Jigsaw? Jigsaw! I did it! This one is like, I don't know what it's called. It's like the same as like a sawzall, I guess, but you do this. I don't know. This pop quiz is going really well. Compact reciprocating saw, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is some sort of like driver. Like it's not a drill, but it is a drill. I really don't know. This one I definitely know because it looks like a hair dryer. So this is the heat gun to do a lot of electrical wiring. And then we have our nail gun, which we accidentally purchased a staple gun at first, so that was our first return and first mistake of the project. So check that off the list. And then we have palm sander. Super excited about this. We have a couple of chairs that we were going to refinish. We found them in an alley. They need some love, but we did not have a sander to do it, so we had literally sandpaper. We were trying to do it by hand last year, and it's been sitting in our shed ever since, so maybe we can pick that back up as if we're not busy enough just converting this van into a tiny home. This guy is Not a heat gun. I think this is also another type of driver, drill, hammer drill, drill driver, hammer, cordless. This is the Sawzall. Not going to be called that. Cordless, oscillating, multi-tool. Flashlight. And then there's a bunch of these in different sizes, but these are clamps. And then in our backyard in the shed, we have, I don't remember what those are called. Table saw? Seesaw? The thing, table saw. I don't know. I just did all of this. I can't be expected to remember everything. It's the things you do to make a makeshift workbench. And it looks like this. So, there you go. I'm gonna put all these away and probably do it in high speed. Okay, Matt's gonna watch this video later and he's gonna be like, this is exactly why you're not allowed to load the dishwasher. Bro, you have a spider in your ear.